Hey guys, it's Flip, and today I'm going to do a test and review of this Wild Badger Power 20-inch snowblower. I'm going to get this out of the box and go over all the specs and features with you, and then we'll put it to the test. Alright, so here it is. I've got it all out of the box and put together. It was super easy to assemble. You basically just have these two sections of the handle that you have to attach, and you do that with 4 bolts and these plastic wing nuts right here, which make it super easy to attach. And then you have the handle that controls the discharge chute right here. If you turn this left and right, that turns the discharge chute, and that just attaches with 1 bolt right here. And then you have the actual discharge chute, which attaches with 3 Phillips head screws. And that's it. Super easy to assemble out of the box. I will put a link under the video to this unit if you want to check it out. Thanks to Wild Badger for sending this out to me. They did not pay me anything or give me any restrictions on what to say. They just sent me the product in exchange for an honest review. So here we go. Let's start out with the specifications. So this is a 40-volt cordless snowblower, or snow thrower as they call it. Comes with 2 40-volt batteries that are 4 amp hour, and you get 1 charger. Now these batteries work on all the other Wild Badger mowers, trimmers, and blowers. They've got a growing line of outdoor power equipment. It's sold now at Lowe's and on Amazon and some other places. But this is a single-stage snowblower with a brushless motor. One thing that would be kind of nice would be to see this come with a dual charger. It only comes with the 1 charger. This green light right here is solid when the battery is fully charged. It's flashing while it's charging. On the front of the battery, there is a button you can press that will show you how much life your battery has left. You can see I have 4 full bars of power, so I'm fully charged. So let's start up top here. It's got a nice soft rubber grip on the handle up here. This is your bail switch right here, and then on the side you have your button for the electric push start. Now, just like a lot of outdoor power equipment, to actually start it as a safety feature, you have to hold in the button and pull in the bail switch like this. Then you can release the button and just hold in the bail switch. As soon as you release that bail switch, then the machine will shut off. Again, right here you have your handle that will turn your discharge chute, and that can rotate a full 180 degrees. So that will change the direction you throw your snow. For compact storage in the off season, you can simply loosen these wing nuts and then fold the side rails down, and that's going to allow it to take up a lot less room in your garage or your shed. Down here is your dual battery port. So what you'll see is that it has 2 batteries, but only one of them is working. So right here is the battery that is being utilized. You can see the A side is working, the B side is storage. So essentially you are using this battery, and when it runs out, you flip them and then you use the other battery. It has 8-inch wheels here in the back. It is not self-propelled, which is one of the many things that makes it more affordable. On the top of the chute is a handle, and what you do is squeeze in this blue part, and then you can manually adjust the throwing angle of the chute. And it says it will throw snow up to 25 feet. You've got an LED headlight right here in the front for when it starts to get dark on you while you're finishing your job. Your intake here is 20 inches wide, and it says it will work in snow up to 10 inches deep. The auger is made out of rubber. Always make sure your batteries are out before sticking your hands in here. I do not see a shear pin, but I'm guessing with the rubber auger, that's going to allow for some give. If you hit some hard debris, probably won't cause an issue with the gearbox. I see that the scraper bar right here is made out of plastic, which could definitely affect its durability long term, but I also saw in the manual that it's really easy to replace. If it does become damaged, it's just 3 Phillips head screws to replace it. Now we wait for some snow so we can test it out. Alright, so we had to wait about a month for a good snow, and as you can see right here, there was about 8 inches on the ground already, with more on the way. So right here I'm just loading up the 2 fully charged batteries so we can test this out. Now again, they say the maximum depth for this machine is 10 inches of snow, So we are approaching that with 8 or 9 inches of snow here in some places, but this is a very light powdery snow, so we'll see how it does. At the time of filming this, it was 13 degrees outside with a feels like temp of 0, so we'll see if that affects battery life. Now the company says that in a typical 3 to 6 inch snowfall, a single charge will clear most 14 to 16 car double car driveways. Now we have more snow than that, but again, it is pretty powdery. But to give you an idea how big this area is that I'm going to be cleaning, my front walkway and driveway combined are 942 square feet. So if it does all that, I'll move on to some of the other parts of the sidewalk, but that should give you an idea of the square footage this machine will do on a single charge. And I will also go over the time for how long the battery lasts. This machine comes with a 3-year warranty, and while Badger Power does have a United States-based service team, this machine weighs 38 pounds, so it is really light. It's definitely something that you could carry up to your patio or your deck to clear that off if you wanted to. Now, so far, I am pretty impressed with the power and performance of this machine. And right there, the first battery died. So we'll bring it back and see how long it lasted. And there it is. We got just over 12 minutes out of that first battery. And again, that feels like temp is 0 degrees outside. So now we're going to go ahead and rotate these batteries. Now what you could do is take out the battery that has spent its charge and bring it into the house and just go ahead and start charging it. Or you can just flip them in the machine there. The batteries do have a recharge time of 2 hours. Since it takes 2 hours to recharge, I decided to just go ahead and use up both batteries. Then I'll bring them both in and recharge them. Now, one thing that I like about battery-powered snowblowers is that while they may not last as long as a gas-powered machine, they require no maintenance. So keep in mind that this is a tool that for most people, it's going to sit in a garage or a shed for 3/4 of the year. Then when you go to pull it out of the garage, you don't have to put fresh gas in or change the oil or filters or clean out the carburetor. You just put in a charged battery and go. So if you don't have a huge area that you need to clear off, this is definitely a good way to go. You can argue all you want about battery power versus gas power, but one thing you cannot argue against is just the ease of batteries. You are paying for convenience. The ease of batteries is undeniable. Now, if you have an enormous area that's going to take hours to snow blow, I can definitely see the argument for a gas machine here. But if you have a small area like me and 2 batteries will get it done with 1 charge like mine did, I can't see why you wouldn't want to go this route. So for being a single stage snow blower that is not self-propelled, I thought this did a really good job. Now, how durable will this machine be over the years? Time will tell. How will this do in a heavy wet snow? That's hard to say. I haven't been able to test that yet. But I'm pretty impressed, especially for the price. And that second battery just died right here, and it lasted about the same time as the first battery, right around 12 minutes. So together we got about 24 to 25 minutes out of both batteries, and I was able to get everything cleared that I wanted to get cleared. I got the whole driveway cleared, this front walkway, and I did an additional walkway on the side of my house. Doesn't look very clear because it has not stopped snowing heavily the whole time I've been working. But that's it. Hopefully this video helped you out if you are looking at snow blowers. If it did, please hit the thumbs up button for me and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.